Welcome to Photoshop Adjustments tutorials. This tutorial will look at the levels adjustment. So to get the levels, just select this icon right here, this jagged icon, and you get levels. So what exactly are the levels? Well, what this lets you do is use 3 points to readjust the brightness histogram of an image. You get the black point controller, the midtones, and the white. And if you re-drag these to different positions, it will assign different elements of the picture to be the darkest region that the picture reaches, or the brightest region that the picture reaches. So to give you a quick example of how this works, let's just drag the black in a little bit, because you'll notice it teeters off very quickly. So all of this doesn't really matter, it's already black. So let's make a little bit more black, and you'll notice right away the picture darkens in some regions. Likewise, the white, there's all this stuff, but it's very minimal really. So let's drag the white down here. And now what you notice is that the picture is basically just a higher contrast. So if I turn off the visibility, you can notice that now it's a little grayer, a little higher contrast. So dragging in both the black and the white tightens the darkest and the brightest regions, and in effect creates a quicker change between the brightness and the darkness, thus leading to contrast. The midtones controller is a little more difficult to play around with. You'll notice if I make slight motions to the left, it'll become much whiter, brighter, and to the right it'll become much darker. So currently this is acting a little bit like a brightness, but don't think of levels as a brightness and darkness. It's playing around with the actual color or light histogram of the image. You'll notice by default I'm set to RGB, red, green, blue, so this is all the colors. You can select this and work on just individual colors. So for example, if I want to work with the reds and tighten up the reds themselves, so you'll notice the picture becomes a little more red, now a little more blue. Let's drag the gray a little to the left. And what this does is, dragging the gray to the left here creates more of the reddish effect, versus to the right gives a stronger bluish tint. So that's a decent looking image so far. Now you can do this to all 3 of them. You can even use a custom preset or different presets, so presets that set it to certain things. So lighter will just lighten the image, or lighter shadows, or increased contrast. The last thing that you can do is do all of these effects using the eyedroppers, so selecting actual points from the image. So let's start with the whites. So I select the eyedropper. And what I have to do is select an area in the image that I think should be the brightest area in the image. So I'm going to select this guy's shirt. You'll notice the color will change. So right now it's a very bluish. So now our midtones. I want to pick something that I think is around the mid-tone in terms of brightness. I'm going to pick the neck, her neck. It's a very blue image now. And now I will select something I think should be as black as it gets. So his shirt in the shade. And there we go. Now you'll notice the colors all lined up again, and the histogram changed to fit to what I selected. Now you can see how this looks. If we like it, it definitely has a different quality. And if you don't like it, simply click on the trash and you're done.